If you want to change, do you need to get new friends? I'm going to answer this question because I've been in this situation. So I made some really good friends back in 7th through 9th grade when I lived in Okinawa, Japan. My dad's military, so we lived over there. And I just want to say that it was freaking awesome. Japan's beautiful. There was a ton of freedom. But long story short, I grew up in that era with a few kids, probably 5 or so. And we played a lot of video games. We also rode our bikes around the island. And we went outside. We did cool shit I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And we actually had a very, very crazy bond that ranks. It's just as good of a bond as you can have with a friend is collectively what this group had. And like any military kid, you have to move. So we moved. But the thing that held us together like glue was the fact that we could always play video games together. And so I'm going into my sophomore year at a brand new school back in America, and still my joy was getting on the game with the bros and playing whatever, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, fucking Minecraft, whatever. I had a rough time adjusting to that school, but I still had that as kind of my backbone. And I'm forever grateful for that. I think that made things a lot easier. But the point I'm getting to is that we always stuck together no matter what because of these video games and because of this group chat we had. And I don't know if it's because the bond is that real that we've kept in contact this whole time, but we have. And a lot of it's about video games because we just share that. And there was a shift, though. And the shift happened when I started, particularly me, and honestly only me, I started firstly going to the gym, and then I got this kind of business ambition that only to this day, I mean, the other guys go to the gym now, but to this day, I'm the only one that shares the entrepreneurial tick to want to start my own business and do the kind of stuff that I'm doing on this channel. And it was at this time that there was a shift that I stopped getting on as in getting on the video game. I stopped getting on video games, and I really had to stop hanging out with them at the same time. Now, the distinction I want to make is that people are like, yeah, you're the sum of your 5 friends. You need to ditch some people, or you need to get out of certain situations. Yeah, that's true. But the point I want to make is that you don't have to really become enemies with anyone. I mean, if you're in the group chats, and the group chat I've had has been active as hell, and I'm active in it. If I'm doing something cool, I send it to them. I have been friends with these dudes since 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and now another one. So going on 7 years, we've been friends because of a group chat on Snapchat. It's been the same since we created it. It's called Rainbow Six. Because of this group chat, we've been able to stay very close friends, but this is not a very draining friendship. I send videos that I think are funny, and that's most of it. That's probably 80% of what the friendship consists of for me. They play a lot of video games still, but it's active, and nothing's really changed. We hang out every month, maybe every other month if we can, because ironically we ended up in the same spot in Virginia, which is crazy. So sometimes we hang out in real life. The other 2 guys in there that live here, they hang out more often, but I literally have to just decline because I'm doing stuff and I'm always working, and sometimes they're doing stuff that I don't necessarily want to do, and that's okay. But I think where people go wrong is when they say that you need to just break people off completely. I don't think you need to do that, especially as guys. It happens way more naturally. You're like, nah, bro, I'm working. The bros understand that for the most part, in my experience. They get it. There's no hard feelings. They're dudes. They get that you want to work and get the bag, man. And it's just not a complete separation. It's just a step back. It's not completely over. You don't have to cut these people off, but you do need to step back and see where the friendship might be taking from your ultimate goal. Because if they ask you to hang out and you say no, you're not saying no, you're just saying yes to what you really want to do, which is, where is it? Is that one hangout with the bros up here and your ultimate dream goal, whatever, down here? Usually no. If you were to look back, the dream and goal is really your purpose and fulfillment in life. So it needs to be a little higher, or it's not actually your dream and goal. Yeah, you can get caught up in the friendship and get a little diluted in there, but you need to step back and realize, okay, I've got shit I really want to do. And in the same breath, in the same vein, as you might say, we do have a finite amount of physical and just energy resource. We have a finite amount. So if you look at the pie chart, for me, my pie chart is split up with school, business 1 and business 2, and then social life and family life and gym. That's split up a lot of ways. And I have a lot of friend groups that don't mesh together. So there, in a lot of people's lives, you can have and. It doesn't have to be either or. But in a lot, you have to just assess in your situation, can I add more to my plate without sacrificing a higher priority? But if your friends are doing drugs and you don't want to do drugs and they're like, hey, pushing you to come out, you gotta say no to that, or else you will become that. So if you don't want to be like someone, it doesn't mean you have to cut them off completely. It just means a slight distance, and you can still be friendly with them, but you're just not doing the things like you used to, and that's okay. So all I do on here, my name's Liam. I just talk about stuff that I learn in my life to hopefully save you some time along your journey. So without further ado, have a great day. Peace.